Good morning, everyone. Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. Good morning. Well, here comes Candy Apple. We've got clouds, 50s right now, chance of rain today, but not storms like yesterday. Hi, are you following me? Good morning, Stripe. Hey, guys. Good morning. Yeah, nighttime and I in the house last night, we heard that metal bowl. Somebody's completely dumped the water over there. That's unusual. You hold down the fort for me, okay? Okay. See you in a bit. It sprinkled again for a few minutes, but it stopped again. It's just going to be one of those kind of mornings, I guess. So the rain is almost past us. Almost. I don't think we'll have any more drops after 30 or 60 minutes. So how about them drones last night? That was so exciting. The fireworks weren't too shabby at the end either, but how about those drones? Nikola Tesla, the Model Y, of course, the Cybertruck. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Much it's showing up, but there's a rainbow to the west this morning as we come into downtown. So never mind the tall buildings. Enjoy the rainbow. Hopefully RaleighSkyline.com is paying attention this morning. You know, he gets all the good shots. Wow, there was just thunder over here at St. Monica's. I got out, stretched, got back in. I'm about ready to take off, but maybe I'll look at the radar first. And it's kind of cloudy, except in that one spot through the trees. When I parked, it was pretty dark, and then it like poked through, so it's sort of blinding me a little bit. All right, I turned myself so the sun wasn't in my face, and there is a fairly heavy cell passing through. Should be the last of the rain. Oh wow, behind me something just blew up. Seriously. I saw sparks come off the side of this house. Huh. Really, seriously, sparks. But I don't see the house on fire, so whatever blew up didn't cause too much of a problem. Okay. Sorry for the distraction there, folks, but you know when you're in your car out in the middle of a storm and you see sparks, that's kind of enough to grab your attention. I can monitor it every once in a while, but I don't know. That was, unless somebody set off a firecracker or fireworks over there, but I don't think so. Boy, were those fireworks at the end last night pretty intense. So Dawn and I watched the whole official Tesla live stream, and the drones were of course awesome. If you somehow missed that, you definitely need to go back and watch it. I think somebody was telling me this morning that the whole video is 1 hour and 15 minutes from Tesla, so it's not too long. Of course, it was the show with the drones in the beginning and the fireworks at the end, and Elon in the middle with a little bit of Franz. I was just reading an article from the street. I've kind of stopped reading them very much because they seem slanted to me, and I don't hear Rob talking about them as much either. But they had 5 key takeaways. Y'all almost probably can't hear me, right? Oh wow, there's ice in it. Seriously, little bits of ice. Well, there's nowhere for me to go, so getting in the car and trying to move isn't going to help. And those tiny pellets aren't doing anything to the car. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I have never seen hail at 7:45 in the morning. They did not talk about there being a chance of hail. It's actually like accumulating on the front corner of the car. But this is all non-pellet, very slushy looking stuff, so I'm not hearing any tinging. I'm not concerned that it's damaging the paint. Well, I'm a little concerned, but I'm not too concerned. Damn. You know, a girl in a Tesla really doesn't need to be stressed out like that first thing in the morning. At no time did I hear it tinging anything. The window, it was ice, but it was not quite formed into a pellet. You know, I go out of my way to avoid hail. That was not expected, and that was not appreciated this morning. So when you couldn't hear me, and I got concerned, and I was trying to talk about some interesting topics this morning, that happened. So let me get back to it. Yeah, I don't see any ice on the ground either, just that little accumulation on the front windshield over there. The street's 5 takeaways were the new factory is really big, as in you could fit 3 Pentagon-sized buildings inside of it. Tesla plans to ramp up to 500,000 or 500,000 Model Ys per year out of that factory. I told Johnny, we're just gonna, you think we see a lot of Teslas now, you wait for the additional infiltration of Model Ys. I still have a friend waiting on one, and hopefully the factory coming online means hers will come faster. New products, he was talking about the Cybertruck being produced there next year. I know we're all anxiously awaiting it. We have a reservation. We have friends with reservations. We have people waiting. You know, the Rivian is exciting, but the Cybertruck will be epic. Full self-driving beta. They hoping to open it to wider release this year, a full release this year. I'm sure Ruby will have it by then. I do feel lucky as a 2 Tesla family that we have it on one of the cars, and Ruby should have her cameras ready to go. So some point this year, I'm sure Ruby will have the beta too. And Age of Abundance, this one is kind of titled different, but they're talking about the robots coming, also maybe starting to make them next year, which that sounds quite forward thinking, to go from concept to production that quick. But I guess probably building the robots is a little less intensive than building the cars. Anything people don't want to do, robots will be able to do. He called it an age of abundance. Okay, so and then they went on to say some stuff about Twitter, which I could have done without. I didn't really like the wording. Like I said, I'm sort of not as pleased with the street as I used to be. I'll read them on occasion, but that's it. So we enjoyed the show last night. We enjoyed some of the Now You Know did an excellent job with the way they tried to manage the live stream coverage coming in from multiple people out there. It's not their fault they didn't have good internet, unless some of the coverage coming up, like from Rob Maurer over at Tesla Daily, it was, people kept on saying it's out of focus. It wasn't out of focus, people. It was low res because of the Wi-Fi capability. So I think feedback to Tesla, the only feedback I would have that's a negative would be we need better Wi-Fi at the next big event for people that are going to try to cover the event. Although I'm sure today, you know, it's all of us wanting to feel like we're there even though we're not. But I'm sure today that, you know, there'll be lots of things that were recorded, but you know, not put up on the internet right away, and that they'll be normal resolution and that they'll look good. We're just going to have to be patient as those videos get edited and uploaded in the next 24 to 48 hours, right? So I'm sure there'll be other stuff, but I think we all got the gist. There was a lot of cool LED lights. You could get your picture in front of the Gigapress, you know, so That was cool. When they removed the original Roadster, the first production car, off the stage, Don thought they were going to bring out another vehicle right away, and instead they had made room for the screen. But we were really counting on another vehicle to come rolling out of there. Something maybe we weren't expecting, or some update on something. But yeah, and Elon actually was at the Air Force Academy yesterday too and talked to the cadets. You got to go look at those photos on the internet. The smile on his face interacting with those young people and their ideas. He was in a good mood. Well, of course he was in a good mood because he's throwing his huge party, right? But it looked like that was really, like, he was super excited to talk to those young people. And he talked about how he problem solves to the cadets, and then he went and they got anyone working on like an AI project or a robotics project or whatever, they got to have a little short meeting with him and tell them about their project. Can you imagine that? I mean, really, how exciting. So, well, I think the worst of this rain is over, and I do need to get back home this morning. So Son and I are going to get our booster shot, our COVID booster, our 4th shot. And I'm meeting Michelle just a half an hour late at 11, and we were still going to try to get on our walk. We'll see what the rain's like down there. Don said they didn't get this storm went just north of the house, and he didn't get what I got up here, and he was sorry I was caught up here by myself this morning. But you know, thank goodness I have a place to pull over, except for now I think I wish it was a closed parking lot. Well, we have a clearing sky out there now. I think the rain is done. I can see the road here in Fuquay is not wet, or not very wet. All right, we're out here. We've got just enough time to get our walk in and then drive to the Wake County.
Get boosted.
Yeah, I forget what exactly that building's called. Services Center. Yeah. Department of Health, wherever that is, over there by the new library, across from the post office.
I'm gonna get double boosted.
Yeah.
Not just boosted, but double boosted.
Well, I was looking at North Carolina's numbers, and I was actually shocked at how low they were when I looked last night. There are under 400 people hospitalized. Remember, we were up to 5,000 earlier this year. And there were, I think less than 50, or around 50 in the ICU. And I was just, I mean, pleasantly surprised. I knew they had gotten lower. I knew they were coming down significantly, but I was really surprised at just how low they were. Donnie, the sun's going in, and
dark cloud.
That doesn't look so good. I've already had one scare today.
You're gonna get me hailed on?
Better not.
I'm not gonna catch hail.
I pinged my friend Patricia, who's a meteorologist, asking should I have called it hail or sleet or what was that, and she said probably at 53 degrees it was tiny hail. Thank God it was tiny. Well, the rain alert says it's going to start raining at 9:45. That's 12 minutes from now. I looked at the radar, and I think the worst of it, at least, is going to scoot north of us. So we're going to go with that because we had time to walk fast back to the car. There's a shelter there. Just if you're going to be super nasty, let us get to the shelter before, because that's really, that and the bathroom building on this walk, that's the only place we could go. Well, the dugouts and the dugouts. So up here at South Park, we're covered. Yeah. Literally. The dugouts and the shelter are always open. The bathrooms in the community center are only during business hours. Yeah. But once we start back down the trail, we're sunk. Yeah. And we have both cars today. I guess we were trying to find my COVID card, which I found back at the parking lot, and I thought I was going to have to show them my Google Drive picture again, because I just cannot seem to keep up with some piece of paper that's bigger than the credit card. Yeah. If it was the size of a credit card, I'd stick it in the slot in my wallet, we'd be good. But this, bigger thing, that and my, elections board, my voter registration paperwork, I don't know what they are thinking with these big pieces of paper. It's very annoying. In our state anyway, it's a big piece of paper. You have to, there's no perforations when it comes. You have to cut it out. Then it's still bigger than a regular card. Anyway, I hope we don't get rained on.
Yeah.
We're going straight from the parking lot down there to the COVID shot. And then I'm going straight from the COVID shot to meet Michelle. Well, things have got to time out right this morning. Well, the darkest of the clouds did scoot by to the northwest. And there's even clearing to the south and east.
This is our last lap.
This is our last lap. It's just sprinkling, just a drop here or there. Hopefully that's all it's gonna do. All right, they just put up a new warning. I guess this pop-up stuff is just happening. We're just gonna cut through the parking lot, Donnie, on a diagonal today.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess it keeps on building and coming toward us, and it's starting just to the west. And it's repeat. And they just put up a warning and said this cell headed our way has 1/2 inch hail in it. So I don't know if we can get to the car in time or not, but we're gonna try. That sounds like hail right now. You think so, Donnie? I'm going by sound, not visual. We are being pelleted with small pieces of hail. We're going to cut through the neighborhood to try to get back to the cars quicker. And we're just going to be late for our vaccine appointment. We're just trying to get back to the Teslas to put them in the garage till it passes again. Pea-size hail coming down now.
Right now.
BB, okay. I love. I don't have. No, I ain't gonna get under no tree. I'm gonna keep on walking and pray that it doesn't get to be 1/2 inch. This little bit won't do anything, but it's.
That's right. I don't expect this.
I'm not happy. And I don't have on a hood today because it was nice when we left the house. And
what about my poor bare head? It's getting knocked out. You've got hair pushing it.
Well, it never got bigger than pea size, but it was definitely pea size. Don's thinking the cars are fine. Oh my God, you're gonna have to wash it. It's got all that leaf crap on it. These maple leaves are tough this time of year. Maybe it'd help protect the car. Let's go with that. All right, well, it's basically stopped. Let me look at the radar. We can make a decision. We did not see any damage to either car. It's a little hard to tell with all the debris and the wet, but I really do think they're okay. Our heads weren't getting pelted hard enough that if the same, force had hit the metal that it would have hurt the metal. We're going home to get the van and drive it back to the COVID shot. We're gonna put both Teslas in the garage. And maybe I can get Michelle, we cut our shopping a half an hour short. Maybe I can get her to drive me to the house so I can pick up candy apple. The reason I'm saying we're going to get the van is there's another cell lining up right behind this cell. And since every cell this morning has had hail in it, why risk it? I mean, why have candy apple parked at Guardian Angel for 3 hours outside by the sign when I don't 100% have to? And if Michelle can't come get me, then, I'll have Dawn come get me at 12:45 and drive me home, or pick me up and bring me back. We'll make it do one way or the other today. Just a little inconvenience and complications, and of course I'm basically soaked, but that's beside the point. I'll grab a towel in the garage. My clothes will dry. Oh my God. Don said no way is he pulling the car in with that crap on it. He's just blasting it off with the hose. And I agree, because once that stuff dries on, it leaves stains and it's just not good. And you just get most of that. It's maple seeds is what it is. Wow. You okay, Stripe? I don't see any shredded leaves, no. Hard to say no damage, but I certainly don't look at them and go, oh God, they're damaged. Don asked about my pretty trees. Hey, Stripe. Stripey, hi bud. Well, we're in the van because there's another cell behind that cell and we just don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
And we have that option. Both Teslas are in the garage. They both got rinsed off with the hose. Neither Don nor I saw any damage on either one. like I said, it looked worse at the house than on the trail.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm glad they weren't outside at the house. And, you know, I think if it had been stinging us, Don had a couple stings on his poor little bald head, but it really wasn't stinging us hard. And if it wasn't stinging us, then it probably wasn't damaging the car. So
I think it can take that. At the house, it was bigger than a pea and smaller than a marble.
yeah, it looked worse. The boardwalk was covered.
Yeah.
I did see Stripe. I did see Stripe,
On its home.
Marty, and Tux. And I got Tux back up on his platform. He was like either under the window or he had gone underneath the cat hotel, because he can get underneath there or behind there too. So they looked a little startled but not hurt. Morris is probably up the hill underneath that shed or underneath the old car that's in those people's backyard. I know he took cover. I'm not worried about him. And I'm sure Gray and Panther are on the front porch, but I admit to not going up front. We were in a real rush to get to this appointment. But they have the best protection up there on the front porch. Why would you leave the covered porch? You know, so I can always ask Donnie to peek out there. I could pull up the camera and look. All right, let's see your Band-Aid.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, it's not crowded here today. The appointments run smooth at this building, and
Yeah.
we're in and waiting to make sure we don't have a reaction and out. Oh, that's way cool, but you know what? My lens is even wet. Hang on. Well, that does match up.
Yes,
Wow,
it
does. Too bad it's not Dawn's size. Oh, it's all owl themed. There's like 3 of them. Well, 2 of them are owls. It took me a minute to realize those letters are dream. It is difficult to say what is impossible, for the dream of yesterday is the hope of today and the reality of tomorrow. Robert H. Goddard. She's pretty cool. And she's not marked up. They have collector's price on it, not brick price on it. So I'm not going to get it. If you really like the Hobbit, it would be a good deal, but I'm not into the Hobbit. Extra large dog crates, and they're $50 and they're clean. I think that's quite reasonable. Well, that's could be a multi-cat and dog house. They have an important purchase in operation over here. And we just found a shirt. Sorry, can't, busy doing nothing. Always be yourself. Unless you can be a unicorn, then always be a unicorn. The kitty cat mug is pretty cute. You find something? What'd you find?
Plastic.
Ah, okay.
Plants,
Black.
pumpkins.
Black. They put these out while I was shopping. So you really think that's the Razor Crest?
Yep.
And not just a troop transport? Well, if it has the canopy for one of the spots, that part is only in this set. Like all the other ones can be replaced, but that, wow. And then look, this is the base for the Apollo lunar lander. I wonder if the rest of the lander's in there. Holy crap. Wow. Huh. So this canopy is that special canopy. I found it right away. It's not scratched up or damaged in any way. There's a AT-AT or AT-AT. There's some sort of a pirate ship. The lunar lander plates over there. I just have not been able to see any of those gold foil parts in there. So I don't know if the rest of the lunar lander is in there or not, but I'll be looking. Well, I wouldn't rule out another sprinkle this afternoon, not with that one big cloud up there. I do have to take Johnny back out we leave at 5:15 for a 5:30 Taekwondo class. He's headed to his dad's house this weekend. I'll just be dropping him off at Taekwondo and then coming back home though, so I won't need to be gone very long. That additional rain cell that came through after Don dropped me off at Guardian Angel, as far as I know, it didn't really storm up. There wasn't a lot of rain or hail, any hail associated with that. We now have a fire warning though, which I thought was odd considering the amount of rain, regardless of you know, how much low humidity or high wind it was going to be. Yes, people, everyone just pulled right out in front of me. so tired of it. That one wasn't flagrantly bad, but I've had several people pull out in front of me today, and they certainly shouldn't have. Yeah, see, this turn lane backs up over here, and then people in the left lane want to move right. It's just not a good situation. That's supposed to become 2 left turn lanes eventually, but for right now it's not, and the traffic trying to make a left there is a lot of cars. You can certainly tell it's a Friday. I'm gonna get out the blower. I wasn't going to because it's so windy, but all this stuff, I've vacuumed twice today and Dawn swept once, and all this stuff is just coming in on our feet. You can see the car over here, Candy Apple, and I just don't see any issues at all with the car. Like my girlfriend that's the meteorologist said, when it gets over pea size and it starts hurting you, that's when you start having damage. If you're out walking in it and it's pretty small. Hi, honey. Hi. I'm sorry I'm gonna scare you for a minute with the blower, but you'll come back. You'll come back, won't you? Of course you will. Aw. Hi, Stripe. Okay, it's better for 5 minutes at least. The driveway, the boardwalk, the cushions, the platform, everything. Hey, Stripe. Well, I got parts all over the kitchen. More parts over the kitchen. Parts. And parts. And parts. I'm having a good time. Johnny's dropped off at Taekwondo. We haven't had any more storminess. The sky looks very changing weather capable, but I don't think we're gonna get any more rain tonight. I can be surprised. I'm just headed straight back to the house. Don was getting ready for his nap.